Hey there, people of YouTube. Decided to put a little time into the YJ today. So today's mission is to get the heavy-duty winch bumper that I bought on this thing. I did start just to make sure we weren't going to be wasting our time here. This thing had these two tow hooks like this here on there. First, I wasn't even sure if these things were going to turn or if I was going to end up cutting them off. Lucky they're turning. Not easy, but they're turning out. So. Got that one out. Working on this one here now. The bumper really didn't come with any instructions. From everything else that I've read, it's just take off the stock I-beam bumper here and slip the other one on, throw a few bolts in it, and done. My installation isn't quite as easy, just because the bumper that I bought has LED lights in it. So I'm going to have to wire those up too. Not a big deal. Just one more step. So yeah, we'll be back when we get somewhere. Alright, so we got the tow hooks out finally. They didn't come easy. Also, what holds this I-beam bumper on are two Torx bolts down here, one on each side. And the pickle of it is, once you turn this bolt out so far, your ratchet and your Torx bit hits the eyelet of your spring right here. So, I had to get it down as far as I could without it hitting, and then grab onto this with some vice grips and get it loose, but now she's loose. It comes right out of there. Get the one on the other side over here. Now in theory, these bolts go straight through for this toe assembly here. Brain fart, I can't think of it, so yeah. This thing ought to come right off is what I'm trying to say. Let's give her a try. There she goes. I-beam bumper off. Exposes the frame ends and the cross member here, connecting them together. I'm gonna have to take this plastic plate off and my small light bar. I do have larger light bars that are going on this, but that's beyond the point. I think I'm gonna try to incorporate that smaller light bar on my new bumper, just to keep it in the front of the vehicle. So we'll be back with more. Okay, I'm removing this plastic piece here. There was two lag screws there and two on the other side here. I don't know if this black plastic piece is stock or what, but I don't think I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to remove my light bar and just kind of shift that up, probably up here on the hood or something, until I get the other bumper on, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to mount it. So that's where I am right now. Pull those two nuts off from there and swing this over to the side, and we'll be back with the new bumper. Alright, first look at the eBay winch bumper with LED lighting. Comes with this bar here. Comes with the hardware to attach it. Quite obviously attaches here and here. The winch goes there. I didn't choose a winch yet. I'm actually looking at the Badlands 12,000 pound winch. I'll let you know when make a decision on that. So yeah, this model I ordered comes with the LEDs, and it comes with D-rings. That must be the bumper hardware to attach the bumper. It comes with two D-rings that attach here. I mean, this thing looks alright, man, really. For a couple $100. I mean, you could do worse, spending a couple $100 on eBay. And it looks like the bumper mounts here with these tabs in the back. Here, there. Those are those two bolts right there, I think, that go in these slotted holes that held the those tow hooks on the top. And then the one that I was having trouble getting out that hit the eyelet, I think goes through one of them holes there on the bottom. Yeah. And this thing was packed in there. I mean, it was bubble wrapped. It had a thin layer of, you know, packing foam around it. And then it had all this spray foam that was kind of everywhere too. But it was packed up to where this thing was delivered probably all the way from China without a scratch. So this actually didn't ship from China. It shipped from like Hebron, Kentucky or something like that. But I'm sure it originally probably came from China. You know what I mean? Let's face it, guys, nothing's made in America anymore. It's a sad truth. Anyway, enough political rhetoric for now. See if we can get this bumper on. We'll get back with you when we get somewhere. Alright, so here's the mock-up. I actually got the bolts in there, they're just not tightened. And a word on the bolts is the hardware that they send you, for me at least, it wasn't the right thread pitch. So I just went to my local Tractor Supply and bought some grade 8 bolts. These were 1/2 inch by 13, or 1/2 inch dash 13, and they're 1 inch long. And they're going to work pretty good for it. They already fit. Like I said, I got the other 3 bolts on the one side here. Just take just another second and the other bolts will be in the other side here. We'll go ahead and use their lock washers and flat washers and the rest of their hardware, but their bolts didn't fit. Yeah, something else is this mount here that I was originally thinking I was going to put this light bar on. Obviously you can see that ain't going to work, so haven't quite decided yet. I do have LED lights for above the windshield, and it came with these 2 little pod lights too I might be able to put here. Another quick thing to mention, I'm sure I'm probably being Captain Obvious here, but this little bully bar in the front here, make sure you go ahead and get all this hardware in there and tighten down before you mount the bumper, because if you don't, you're gonna have to take it back off probably. It's pretty tight in there. I do like these D-rings. They're pretty cool, pretty heavy duty. Yeah. Well, I got to get this thing bolted up and got to wire the LED lights and see what else we can move on to. Alright, there she is. Completely installed. This bumper was just a cheap eBay bumper. It was like, I don't know, 209 bucks or something. But to me, it was well worth it. Gives the Jeep really nice look. Totally solid. I didn't really have any troubles with the install. Went real smooth, other than the bolts weren't the right thread pitch. But quick trip to Tractor Supply solved that problem. I didn't wire up the lights yet because I do have windshield mount light bar, like a 50-inch put on there, and I still have to move this. I think I might put this like right up here at the bottom of the windshield, maybe 50. I think I'm going to wire everything in when I click the 50-inch. Maybe the other ones come on too, or maybe I'll hook the smaller light bar in with the lights on the bumper. I don't know yet, I haven't quite decided. That's why it's not done yet. But yeah. The other parts that I got, I collected tons of parts for this over the winter, and it's starting to be spring now here in upstate New York, and it's about time to start getting to work on this, I think. Got a 50-inch windshield mount light bar. The mounts were made by Rough Country. You know, they're, in my opinion, they're overpriced at like 60, 70 bucks, but whatever. You want it, you pay the money, right? And then I've got rock sliders for down here. EAG rock sliders. They're a big old tube, and got like a flat step on them with the whatever. You'll see them upcoming video. And then I have EAG tube fenders with like a fender flare. Maybe I'll keep that tire from throwing so much mud on my windshield and everywhere when I'm driving, you know. And I got ball joints, tie rod ends, U-joints, wheel bearings, all kinds of front end parts. So there'll be a front end video coming along here soon. See that tie rod there is bad. They're all pretty much just, the seals are all dried up on them and stuff. I got ball joints, everything, whole front end. So, yeah, I've got some videos coming up of the YJ if you guys like that. If you like these kind of videos, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this video in particular, if it helped you with anything, maybe it helped you decide you would want that eBay bumper, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for future videos of the YJ.